What are you reading?
Syrian's last words? Veil jumpers had them. He must have known it was the end, one way or another.
Right. I don't know what to say here.
Me neither. I don't know if anyone does. He and we had plans. Together. Find the archive, the Nodasterthalin. Restore the elves. Bring them back to who they were. But now he's gone, and I wonder if the archive should go with him.
What do you think Syrian would say?
He told me, actually, in his letter. Or tried to, didn't really give an answer. Told me to remember the beauty, what our people accomplished, back then. But to remember the other side of it, the Evanuris, Anaris.
So not much advice on which path is better.
The archive holds parts of my people, some good, some bad. And that's the burden. My people's future on my shoulders.
Having everybody look to you for the big decisions, it can wear you down.
Right. I guess if anyone knows, it's you. I just don't want to choose wrong.
Sometimes the only wrong choice is not choosing at all.
Then tell me, Rook, what would you do?
You shouldn't lose sight of your past, but you're not bound by it. The elves deserve the chance to chart their own course. Free the archive.
Makes sense. I get it. Define ourselves by who we are, not who we were. Okay, I'll free it.
When?
Soon. But I need to say goodbye. To it, I mean. Is that weird?
No. You and Syrian looked for it together. I can understand why it's hard to let go of.
I guess I'm saying goodbye to him too. Finally. Okay. I need some time. Alone. I'll talk to you later, Rook.
Rook, I had an idea. I figured it's a good time to check in with the wardens, see how their griffin training is coming along. How about a trip to the Anderfells?
Sounds like a plan.
It'll be good to see those feathery faces again. Antoine, how's the training going?
Bien. One moment. Darkspawn have been spotted! The villagers are in trouble! Rally to your positions! Go! Go!
Ever tried gingerwort tea? I heard that has some kick to it.
What's that?
Well, after a few sips, you start to hear...
Nothing. There's nothing to hear.
And then you achieve Turlum and become one with the...
With a toilet, you end up peeing most of the day. Wouldn't recommend it.
Oh.
What's the matter, Antoine? A bird getting the best of you?
Yes, well, the problem is they aren't stupid. They can't see it's not real. They're clever.
And bored. So you mix it up.
Yes. Yes. But how?
Well...
Wait, what's happening?
Look! It's Darkspawn! Get it!
No, 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 no!
That did it.
Hey, you up for drinks? I'm taking Bellara to the Hilt for drinks with the Lords of Fortune. You should come. Isabella's paying.
Sounds fun. I'm in.
Hey, Rook. Irulan and Strife reached out. They finished preparations for Syrian's funeral. I could use someone to come with me, if you're able. Just let me know, okay?
Sure thing.
We offer this form to the sky, the sea, and the earth. Thanks, Rook, for coming. I don't think I could have done this alone.
We're a team. We stick together, no matter what.
Still, I appreciate it. Anyways, we need to light 3 more braziers. Each one represents an aspect of the self. It's been this way for centuries. It's part of who the Dalish are. Maybe the archive could have told me why before I freed it, but it's what I know and what I want.
I know it's hard, but you can do this.
I already buried him once. At least this time, it's for real. Let's head to the first brazier. Okay, The first brazier should be ahead somewhere.
How far?
However far it needs to be, I guess.
Bellara,
Hey, Irulan.
look, if you need to talk, let me know. I don't want our history to make things awkward, and I'm still your friend, you know? Anyways, time to light the first brazier.
A third we give to the sky to share your story with the sun and moon. Feels a little weird saying that one with everything we know now. It's not the ancient elves' fault that Elgernon is, well, what he is. Did I make the right choice? Freeing the archive? Losing that piece of who we were?
Not every question has a good answer, but who you are is just as important as who you were.
Syrian didn't want our people to be defined by our struggle. He wanted to go back to who we were before. He said that's when we were ourselves all the way through. But that struggle, it happened. It changed us into who we are now. Just wish it were easier to know. Okay. Next brazier.
It's unusual to see all these obstacles in the way of a funeral. Death's hard to deal with, though, no matter where you come from.
Each obstacle's supposed to represent grief and moving past it, literally. But yeah, it's a little weird. Probably. Syrian would have laughed at it. Okay, on to the next brazier. What they did, Gavin Eurus, to us, I can never forgive.
With any luck, you can say that right to their faces.
Looking forward to it. Nev, what are you doing here?
What? You know I show up for you, Belle. They'd only let one of us come, though. The rest send their regards, especially Emmerich.
I'm just... Wow. Thank you, Nev. And everyone else.
Hey, as long as I'm around, you've got family. All right, go on and light the brazier.
A third we give to the sea, to share your story with the heart of the world. We always talked about visiting other lands. Syrian and me, I mean. Maybe the Evanurus did just that. Conquered other people, shattered them like they did the Doors. What would the world look like if they'd left it alone?
I think Inaris proved it wasn't just the Evanurus who wanted power. But that's not unique to elves. Look at the Venatori and the Antam.
I keep trying to remember. The Elven were the first people the Evanurus enslaved. They broke us and kept us broken. We survived in spite of them, not because of them. But it's still hard, knowing what I know. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, one more brazier to go. I'd always get the words wrong. In the rituals, I mean. Syrian would laugh at me. Well, not in a mean way, and he'd help me. It meant a lot.
So why are there people waiting after the obstacles?
It's a reminder that on the other side of even the hardest days, people are...
I thought Dalish clans planted trees for their funerals.
This is what we've always done, that I remember, anyway. Well, we didn't use ancient magic before. First time I went to a funeral was for my grandmother. I was 7, had to climb through a bunch of fallen trees. By the time I got to the end, I was dirty and tired and sad, but not as sad as I thought I'd be. So I guess it worked. At least a little bit.
Bellara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
Thanks, Strife. I'm glad you're here.
He was one of us, even if he never officially joined.
He died protecting Arlathan, even knowing the cost.
Saving the world. Seems like it might run in the family. Time to light the last brazier.
And a third returns to the soil, to blossom once again into life. And that's it. A Dalish funeral, or one version, at least. It hasn't changed much in centuries, from and to the earth.
I think Syrian would have appreciated it. There's a good reason it stayed constant for so long. Rituals help.
You know, I thought I'd be sadder, but I'm okay, mostly. It hurts, but A little bit less every day. Freeing the archive? Was it the right choice? Does it mean Syrian died for nothing?
Well, you sent Inaris back to whatever nightmare he came from. That's not nothing.
That's a really good point. He wanted to reclaim our past, find the truth of who we were. He never got that, never found out what he wanted. But he did the right thing. And I got to say goodbye. That's worth something, right? Now I have to live my life for him, for me, and for our people.
They aren't your problem to solve. You need to live for yourself.
That's true. There's still lots to do, to change. Not to mention, rampaging evil gods. We'll figure out who we were, who we are, and we'll do it the right way. It's time we let the ghosts of the past rest. I hope you've found peace, and that we'll meet again. Goodbye, Syrian. I love you.
Bellara, I'm sorry about Syrian.
It's hard. At least I got to talk to him at the end. The real him.
That's something. But I'm sure it still hurts. If anything happened to Hassan.
Cherish him while you can.
That's the truth.
Come on over to get ripped and equipped. some ass.
Got a job for me? I could use some action.
So, Tash pries the enormous ruby out of the statue's eye socket. Except then it wakes up, and now it's real pissed that it's missing an eye.
Oh, my.
What kind of statue was this?
Big snake.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's a giant snake. What would have been better than that?
Dragon.
Maybe. I've seen dragons, though. Never a giant snake.
And now we've got a giant, angry, one-eyed snake statue trying to swallow Tash whole.
Wait, how does that work? Where would they go? Did it have a stomach?
Wait for it.
Best part is, while Tash is pounding that snake's nose, she's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties, I was so proud.
Oh,
Ah, shit. They're still holding it, sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay.
A barb?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune, from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So, when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a Barv. Oh, there we go.
I'm glad the Lords of Fortune have Tasha's back.
Oh, Tash isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
Huh.
Bastard looked better than I did in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a barb, you sweat a little. Makes you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when they say they're sorry, though?
And that's the other reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them. Oh, you know, I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose. They feel so bad about it that it's on everyone else to smooth it over and make them feel better.
Oh, okay. Yes, some people might do that.
Pulling a barb puts it on the person who screwed up. They made the mess, they fix it, done.
So you either learn to make fewer mistakes, or you get gigantic muscles.
Or both. I didn't expect the Lords to care about the stuff. Me being non-binary.
Kirkwall taught me about family. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I mean, to the, Lords.
Oh. Thanks.
Anyway, where was I? So, there Tash is, thigh-deep in a snake's maw and still holding the giant ruby in one hand. I yell that we'll get them out of there, and Tash just yells back, "Get up its ass! I'll meet you in the middle!"
Okay, the stomach I get, but did it really have
Hey, who ate the last breaded cheese wand?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess I thought, well, I don't know what.
It's fine.
No, they're your favorite.
Bellara, I know you're sorry, but you did mess up.
I know.
And what do we do when we mess up?
Yes, you're right. I'm pulling a barb. 1, 2, 3.
Heart's in the right place. Form's a little sloppy, though.
Bend your knees.
Okay, so the plan is basically to sneak around, find Hezenkos's lantern, and smash it. That's quite a crowd over in the manor.
Johanna's gathering. If she's mingling there, we'll be spotted. Fortunately, we have someone who could pass as a servant.
Manfred, can you pour fancy wine and nod? Send him in.
Right, Manfred. You're to find Johanna's guests and help us gather information on where her workshop might be. We'll be watching in case anything occurs.
Something's gonna occur.
Once we find and destroy Johanna's lantern, we'll end whatever she's planning. Hopefully before she introduces the lantern to her guests.
That should be enough time for Manfred to blend in as a servant.
Let's find a place inside to observe him, quietly.
Right.
Did you notice? There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
Sounds like the party's in that main hall where we confronted Hezenkos.
Perfect. We can watch Manfred discreetly from the balconies.
And see if Hezenkos has that lantern on her.
There's Manfred. And Johanna.
But no lantern.
Now, you were saying about a shrine in the manor.
Yes, a shrine revealed by a spectral tome, which, as an expert, I could read if our host ever lets me into the library.
An ancestral shrine? I could question the deceased there about the location of Johanna's lantern.
Well, if a book can lead us to the shrine, let's hit the library.
I'm just waiting for our host's grand enough.
The library's to the east, right? Where we close Hezenkos's portal into the Fade.
Right. But why come all the way back here?
Johanna must have a workshop hidden here. Likely where she's prepared whatever she plans to empower with this lantern.
Undead, watch out!
Johanna's creatures must deal with them quickly. I'd expected Johanna to post more guards.
Maybe she didn't want to scare her guests? Let's see if we can find that book pointing to the ancestral shrine. Nothing about a shrine here.
And what's a romance doing under geography?
This isn't it?
Ah, a handsomely bound volume, but no.
I can't even read this one.
It's written in tomb script. Intriguing, but not what we're after.
What about this? That book just snarled at me.
Ah, there's our spectral tome. Well done.
It's not opening.
One must be delicate. That guest of Johanna's claimed to be an expert in spectral literature.
And was interested in the shrine. Let's have Manfred hand him the book, see what he says.